you know,
Yeah, sons to
boys.
daughters, it is different. You know, people might say, like, you love your kids like it's like nothing else, but they are different. Like a father-son relationship is different to a father-daughter. I'd be very surprised if anyone told you any differently. And, you know, but you're pretty consistent in your themes or your messaging to all three of them, but it is different. But in terms of the three, they're all pretty close. As I told you, their ages, like, 11, 9 and 8. And they've been together. We've done a lot of travel in their younger years, overseas and stuff. And so they've by that, it brought them pretty close. They're like a little posse, which is very, very nice. So as a parent, that gives you a lot of pride and it gives you a lot of comfort too, knowing that they look after each other. And it goes without saying, like, you hope your big brother looks after your little sisters, and that's definitely the case. But they actually get on. They integrate or they relate to each other really well, and they're happy with each other's company, which is pleasing. But yeah, from a I guess a dynamic, it is different. Father son, father daughter. I think I'm not being but you're probably more. There's a softer side. That softer side will come out more with your daughter. Definitely with me. I'm not saying I don't have a softer side with my son, but there'll be that a firmer side with my son compared to, not that I'm not firm with my daughters, but just a little bit. It's just different. It's hard to say till you've experienced it, but it is different. It's a different dynamic, and as I said, it evolves. But the key sort of important sort of I guess I wouldn't call it behaviours, but just how we expect people to be treated and how we expect them to behave is pretty consistent. Doesn't matter if you're a father, doesn't matter if you're a daughter, doesn't matter if it's your wife. We're pretty consistent on all those things.
Yeah.
Very digital savvy. They know all about YouTube, so he likes going back. Even last year he was saying, like, why aren't you still playing type thing? You should still be playing. So he likes going back and looking at old images, and I think a guy like Jonah Loma is like this god figure for him. And I was lucky enough to get in his way a few times and trip him over, and he thinks that's fantastic. So he looks at that and he always asks, even to this day, he still asks me questions about damn Jonah Loma. It's a long time ago when we played, maybe, that's 12 years ago when I played against Jonah last. But that's the thing with him. Like that's really, really important to him, and that's how he sort of, like, he still holds me in that sort of sporting regard. And the daughters they're bored. They couldn't care less about rugby. It's like something I did, and they're more interested in talking different accents and going through often just the friends and the nicknames. Like all my mates have nicknames, and they're really obsessed by my mates' nicknames. And they want to know the reasons why my different friends have different nicknames, and why don't I call them by their first name? Just different strokes for different folks, so to speak. But they put a smile on your face. That's for sure. Some of the questions they ask you.